My name is Sean Hillen. I'm a journalist and a blogger, and I live in the most marginalised area of marginalised Donegal, and that is West Donegal in Gaelge in Gaeilge. And I agree with the speakers about many of the reasons for the poor unemployment rate and poverty rate in that area. But also I think we need to look at our own organisations right here. For example, Údarás na Gaeltachta is charged with economic development. In the Gaeltacht region, 20,000 people. It has received over 1 billion, with a B, euro, since it was set up. And yet, 35 to 40% of people in the Gaeltacht are still unemployed. Not only, but a bit like FAS in the past, corruption, unfortunately, has shown its ugly face within Údarás, with board members sitting in on meetings and voting on lucrative amounts of money for their own companies and their own businesses. And we have not one, but 3 or 4 board members.
Those people aren't here now to answer themselves, and it's unfair to...
No, I wasn't going to name them.
Who are not here.
I wasn't going to name them. I'm just...
Okay, but you may identify them by what you've said. But in general, could you address yourself to the general point?
Yes, I think...
Why is Donegal so...
I think organisations like Údarás na Gaeltachta have to change. And either they bring in technocrats with expertise, which we don't have in West Donegal, or they become more transparent so that literally we can question and analyse what they do. I put a question under a Freedom of Information request simply asking for details of the pensions of former executives of Údarás, and Údarás turned it down, saying that those publicly funded pensions were personal information and could not be released. I think we need more transparency and indeed more public meetings so that people of West Donegal, 20,000 people, can give their views to Údarás and question what they're doing and help each other together, or else abolish it and have the IDA or another organisation take over. And I would like to ask Pierce, who lives in the Gaeltacht area, whether he, one, thinks that the pension amounts should be made public, and two, whether any changes should happen at Údarás to make it more effective. Thank you.
We've actually tabled parliamentary questions looking for the disclosure of that type of information. We think it's not just particular to Údarás, but those who are in receipt of publicly funded high pensions there should be transparency, and there should be nothing clear. Part of the job of you get those type of pensions, there should be scrutinised by the public also.
Okay, that person down there.